With me in studio, I've got Action SA, Nell and Gerard. Welcome, gents.
Well, thank you.
It's lovely having you guys here. Yeah, it's good to see the guys in green. Such a lovely bright color. Tell me, Action SA, what is it that you guys stand for and what is it that you're hoping to achieve with the outcome here in Billot?
I think to start off with, Action SA was a party, it's a fledgling party that started just over a year ago, started by Herman Mashaba, the former executive mayor of Johannesburg Metro. And he started it on the basis of that when he left Johannesburg Metro, he did such a beautiful job there that South Africans were asking him to start his own political party. Herman Mashaba is an entrepreneur, he didn't want to do that. So he started an organization called the People's Dialogue, and he wanted to hear what South Africans got to say. And he put it out there, telling his supporters and family that if he gets 500,000 people in South Africa that tells him to start a political party, he'll consider it. He had 2.4 million people respond fantastic? And told him to continue what he did in Joburg to the rest of the South Africa, and he went for it. And that's how great. Action SA was birthed and started. And he has one goal. We have one goal. That the ANC we have today is different from the ANC we had 27 years ago. Unfortunately, they've become a corrupt syndicate, and all over South Africa, Action SA has one goal: to unseat the current government, to unseat the ANC, and for the sake of bringing back proper service delivery and governance to South Africa. So that's the gist of Action SA.
That's what we're all striving
maybe Gerard will tell you about Bolito and some of our plans. He has great plans.
Yeah, Gerard, we are all dying to hear about what's going to happen. What are you trying? What are you envisioning for Bolito?
Well, look, I think my vision's been here 20 years that I've been actually in this village, that I've owned property from a small little property and been growing and growing and growing. And I've been lucky enough that Bolito's been a growing village and it just doesn't stop growing. So, but a lot of challenge we had is with trying to get municipality to work with us in their understanding of how businesses should work. And I think when Action SA approached me about probably 2 months ago, and I looked at Herman Mashaba's story and understanding his manifesto and him being a businessman at the same as my understanding should be how municipality should work with businesses, it all made sense to me. I mean, it's just, to me, is the perfect recipe to make things happen and to make, you know, we've got a lot of entrepreneurs in this town, and the encouragement to get the guys to work and the developers. Most of my problems, 50% of my day is spent working with municipality, trying to get them to understand what we're trying to achieve. And I think it's a very difficult balance as to how to get them to actually say, okay guys, because at the end of the day, we actually their clients, so when we're paying them hundreds of thousands, if not millions out of this community, to grow this community. So they should be working with us on initiatives. And I think that's probably why I've decided to run for a ward councillor for Ward 30, and now being my neighbour in the neighbouring ward. But I think maybe if we can get into a position where we can work hand in hand with municipality and understand how we can grow this area, because I think we probably live in one of the most magnificent coastlines probably in the world.
Here. We're so blessed, aren't we? And I mean, if you can liaise that with the municipality, it's magic.
So I pretty much work on projects most of the day. I mean, we started the URP, which is about 12, 13 years ago, which does the cleaning and greening of public open spaces. It's a contribution by business owners that put the money in. We run the security on the beach, we paint, we clean, we plant trees. Another initiative we run is the Bolito Beach Collective, which is trying to enforce municipal bylaws as the private sector, just to keep, which I believe is the beachfront. You know, that's our only tourist attraction. We don't have the Table Mountains or the Kruger Parks or the water parks. So
it's our pride and joy.
That's what, as a business owner here, that's what we need to look after to make sure that people come and enjoy Bolito.
And common problems that we find in Ward 6 and 30, what are those problems? How do you wish to eradicate those problems?
It's similar to what Gerard mentioned. Our top priority is our beaches. That's our asset in Bolito. And I think the protection and preservation of our beaches is utmost importance, especially during the holiday periods. And we all know as Bolito residents what happens here with the drunken revelry, the littering, the crimes on the beaches. And we've even come to know that there's drug peddling going on. Maybe from car guards, from informal settlers, not informal settlers, these informal traders
that come
as well. Yeah, peddling drugs as well. And all of these things, we need to clean up our beaches and, make Billot the tourist destination that it should be. We have some of the most beautiful beaches in South Africa here.
No, we do. We're so blessed. And I mean, you can see in holiday time how those cars just pull in.
So I think Ward 6 and Ward 30 share that.
Okay.
Right from Salmon Bay, Clark Bay, Thompson's, right to Shaka's Rock, all these beautiful beaches. And I think, Gerard, it'll also be electricity.
Yeah, I think so. I think, just to
outages.
To add on to what Nell said is, right up to Sheffield Beach, Tinley Manor, I think Ward 22, even Ward 4, where a lot of the workers and a lot of the guys come from, those are all areas that are bordering our wards, and I think we need to make sure that we provide security, keep it clean. That's for tourism and investment here, but again, it's going back to how do we keep the people here interested in investing and spending money here. It's the water infrastructure, which I think we're facing some problems into the future, whether they're being maintaining or replacing. Same as electricity. Electricity is an aging infrastructure, which those are two things that need to be addressed urgently, especially if we want to encourage people to come and live here, invest here, and to grow this economy that we've created.
No, most definitely. And are there any initiatives that you will be partaking in with other candidates within the Dolphin Coast?
So the one is you've helped us with all the videos. I mean, we've got 30 candidates that have come in.
Isn't that a fantastic,
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
No.
To Billot TV.
Yeah.
And I think that was a great help, especially for the guys that don't have the money. I mean, we're all running this campaign by ourselves out of our own pockets. So it's been very difficult, especially for the guys in all the wards. There are 30 wards out there. So you take Ward 29, 28, 30.
Yeah.
The guys have come in here now with a real passion and an understanding for a change in South Africa. But how do they fund now something that is very costly and difficult, and trying to send a message out there? So I think those little video clips that we did for all 30 was probably the most powerful message that they could send out in WhatsApp groups, social media.
Most
So
definitely.
that I'd say is probably one of the best initiatives so far to help the guys.
Oh, that's
And I think going forward, as a political party, as Action SA, we've spoken to the other candidates, Ward 22, that's Stephanie Ashworth, and Bafana De Silva from Ward 4, Shaka Z. And maybe even a Ward 12 and 20, that's the Palm Lakes, Tinley Manor area, including maybe 28 Chakas, because they're neighbors, to us, that we could work together to keep Billot, with good service delivery and so forth. So we realized one of the things we need to do is probably start a central office, maybe here in the south, for Action SA, so that we could handle all queries, all power outages, whatever queries may come from the ground. We'd have an office to handle that.
That's fantastic.
All the councillors could work out of that office. Gerard and I has always been talking and been mentioning it, and Gerard has some great plans. I know the municipality has failed us in this regard of attracting investors, including foreign investors, into our beach town, to some major investors here. In that way, we could eradicate unemployment and
most definitely
contribute to local economic development.
Yeah.
I think with the more investment we get here, the more jobs we can create, the bigger it grows. And I think with employment comes more secure area. If people have jobs, they've got things to look after. And I think another big thing, just not only our neighboring wards, but I think we need to go deeper into the outlying wards, is to try and help the guys that are really struggling out there. I mean, they've got less service delivery than we have. So if we can add value to our wards and add value to the outlying wards, I think it just grows and improvement with encouraging investment. I mean, my belief is that if it's safe, clean and secure, people will come. I mean, we have the space, we have the climate, we have the beaches. We just got to make them feel welcome, and that's pretty much what we work on every day.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And in closing, what would you like to say to the voters and residents of KwaDukuza?
Hey, as I mentioned, KwaDukuza is a vibrant municipality. We have the revenue. We cannot say we don't have the money. There's money available. I've been in council before, I know. Man, we generate our budget is about 1.7 billion per annum. So the money is there. The needs on the ground are there. We need better beach accesses and better tourism facilities, so that that can even become a breadbasket, you know, for the rest of our municipality, rates and income breadbasket. So we have the money and we have needs, but it's the intermediary that connects these two that's problematic, which is the municipalities. They're supposed to facilitate this process. And both our municipalities, as Gerard mentioned, even water. And water, well, I think north of Amvoti to Stanger, that area is supplied by Ilembe. We supplied by CISA. But, so the municipalities are failing. So the municipalities are currently ANC-led, both of them. And I think we've given the ANC 27 years, and we've seen that our towns, our cities in South Africa, and we've seen it here, has deteriorated. You know, there's no political will. And we need to change that. That's why my message to the constituency out there, the residents in KwaDukuza, is go out on the 1st of November. We have the goal. Our goal is to unseat the ANC, whether by winning by outright majority or by forming coalitions with other parties in council. But one way or the other, we want to unseat the ANC. And that's the only way to get good governance back. And I'm encouraging voters to go out there and vote for Action SA. Vote for Action SA on all 3 ballot papers, so that we can get enough wards won, enough PR councillors in council to continue this fight. And even on the district level, we could have councillors on the district municipality.
So tell me, where is Ward 30 and what does Ward 30 consist of?
So Ward 30 is a new ward for those that don't know. It starts at Zimbali down by the beach. It runs up to the M4. It runs right up to just past Hollow Trails before Rain Farm. It includes areas such as Caledon, Mshali Country Club. It's probably the most important hub, which is the Billot Business Centre, which is lifestyle and surrounding businesses, which probably generates the most rates money for KwaDukuza municipality, which is why I think they have to have, you know, there should be some decision making from this ward as to how infrastructure, that's our growing point for economy, for work, for business. It includes Zimbali Estate, it includes Seaward Estate, and most of the residential area
Townsend
around
and
it.
Avondale as well.
Townsend, Avondale,
Comes into.
Townsend Park, and everything
It's a large
south
area.
of Billot Drive.
And it excludes Driefontein. Many people confuse that. That was the old Ward 21. That still remains Ward 21, Driefontein, but that's not included in Gerard's.
Okay.
Yeah, Ward 30 is
Ward 30, yeah. So I think Ward 30 is probably the most important economic area
Correct.
for the whole of KwaDukuza, and including probably all the 30 districts of the Ilembe. So yes, to me, I'm passionate about it. I've worked here most of my life. I started here as a mechanic. I'm not a politician. I understand how to fix things and make things work.
that's good.
That's a big
needed.
plus, isn't it?
Yes, let's fix South Africa.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so I think while people should vote for me, is look, I think we can make a difference. I mean, we can't do worse than what currently is happening out there. I mean, if you look at all the municipalities throughout South Africa, they have failed. It's been a catastrophic failure, and anyone voting now to keep the current municipalities in power, I think it's just, we're on a downhill trend very fast. So Action SA, green, new, I think we're going to make a difference. In actual fact, we are going to make a difference there.
Well, guys, it was lovely having you on Billot TV, and we wish you all the best for the future and all the exciting new adventures that are going to take place, and we'll be holding thumbs. All the best. Thank you.
Thank
Keep
you.
well.
Thank you, Taryn.